All around the world, you see this recurring theme in different culture, and it's described in different ways, but exactly it's the same in theme. The expression of Watiko that take a reptilian form, and the culture around the world, again and again and again, whether they're doing their creationists, then some kind of reptilian, lizard-like, snake-like entities are described. So, if you take the biblical version, you have Adam and Eve in Garden of Eden, and Adam and Eve are symbolic of, first of all, what humans were like before, as known as the fall. The fall of what? Consciousness. And what I'm seeing this is that there's once that not something that you call human. It was a state of consciousness that was experiencing a world, a frequency band that was like the one we're experiencing, but on a much higher level of awareness, consciousness, frequency. So things were not happening in dense matter and low, slow frequency. They were happening in high frequency, much more ethereal. And that, I think, it is what's described as paradise that was before. And Adam and Eve were cast out from paradise. What does that mean? I would suggest they left that frequency level where what we now call it a human's world we're experiencing. A world of love, joy, happiness, and all the things that happens when it gets to high frequency state. That's what happens. They fell. The fall was down the frequencies into dense matter. And the villain, Garden of Eden, the villain of Garden of Eden was central to this is the snake. People have to think symbolically. It's not a snake that can talk. It's symbolic of this reptilian group. Not one person. It's reptilian gods as they were perceived. And they fell down the frequency, Adam and Eve symbolically, which now humanity become because they gain the knowledge of good and evil. What's good and evil? It's polarity. It's the polarity that we see in our reality now. That level that we fell from was oneness, it was unity. And we fell into the knowledge of good and evil, the polarity, which is what was all this. And it has been for a longer years. Is that what Genesis describing is the takeover of a human perception by this reptilian force. And the God at the start of Genesis that is creating the world is actually an amalgamation to deceive and misdirect of the gods, the reptilian gods. And what's being described is not the creation of the world or creation of the universe. It's a creation of the simulation, the matrix. And so when lines like, and God said, let there be light, and there was light, I say what's being described is electromagnetic light, which basically what this simulation is. And after the turn of the millennia, this is the simulation, and the the words and the realm in it are a sphere of light. Yes. That's why it's important to high vibrate. You level above the simulation, but you're still in a simulation, as they call it, the trap, the reincarnation trap. You know, when you high vibrate, you level above the simulation, but you are still in this virtual simulation, which is not the fastest speed possible light. It's a joke. We're dealing with all possibilities. It's a joke. It's the speed of the matrix, the speed of light, the speed of the simulation. It's not the speed of light. We live in a simulation, and the walls in the simulation are the speed of light. And relating to the speed of light in simulation terms to the process of the speed. Because what is physics? What is the law of physics, as we call it? It is whatever the creator of the simulation decided it to be. In effect, the laws of physics. You know, it's this. You can create the laws within your games, but you can still limit it by the process of the speed that you're dealing with. And that's why the speed of light is fastest speed. That's why when people have near-death experience, they leave the body, and it's locking us into the simulation five senses. Out of the simulation five senses, they experience a totally different version of physics, where past, present, and future all happen at once, in the same now. Within the simulation, we have time, we have all these other illusions with creation of the simulation. So you have this treasure trove of documents that were founded in Nag Hammadi, in Giza Pyramid, Nag Hammadi, and the Luxor of Egypt, which it was an earthen job of the writing of the Gnostic. And it's reckoned that they were put in that jar for 80 AD. And the writings were all about what they called archons, which is Greece for rulers as a word, and manipulating a human society. And what they're saying in this writing is that this word is a fake word. It's a fake reality created by this archontic force to enslave humanity in an illusion. I went in all of those texts, and what you see, they're describing the virtual reality universe in their own language, what we call today virtual reality. One of the great things today is because of the technological advancement, so-called, we now got the analogy and the experience of virtual reality to actually describe what's virtual reality. You know what I mean? Like, now we have artificial intelligence to describe the virtual reality, but actually we come from artificial intelligence, you know what I mean? Like, how can you make an artificial intelligence if you didn't already have an artificial intelligence? So we have been shown the tiny edge of technology, you know? Like, I see technology, it's like from the tail. They give us the tail. Oh, now we have artificial intelligence. No, it comes from artificial intelligence. You know what I mean? And the archons are the master of manipulating. Archons cannot create. Archons give them anything on a piece of paper and they can manipulate. The archons that inverted our world. They came and inverted our world. They made everything work against you. Lawyers destroy justice. Schools, universities destroy knowledge. Religions destroy spirituality. Right? And doctors destroy health. You know? So, what did they invert? They inverted us from technology. Because spirituality and technology is one. Have a nice day.